Hello, everyone. Welcome back to JXG Spotlight. I'm Gamika Silva, your host. Over the past year plus, we've been getting you different content, a lot of knowledge, sharing information, and we appreciate your subscription as well as your comments and feedback. Today, I'm talking to a person who shares the same passion, same knowledge, and it's nothing. The feeling is nothing like mutual talking to a fellow marketer. Today with me, we have the Chief Business Officer of Janashakthi Insurance, Ms. Namalee Silva, who is also accounting for 3 decades of marketing in banking, finance, as well as in insurance industry. Namalee, welcome to JXG Spotlight, and the spotlight is on you.
Thank you, Gamika. Thank you for that fantastic introduction. And yes, of course, it's like speaking to a colleague, and it's on a very passionate topic for me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for getting this opportunity for me, and I'm looking forward for the interview.
Sure. So let's dive in. Normally, I think in something that comes out in the society, we've been discussing it over and over again. Marketing is rapidly evolving. As we speak, it's evolving, right? Digital has come in. Now AI is taking over. A lot of changes are happening. Consumer needs are changing. Now, you as a seasoned marketer, how do you keep yourself up on the game? How do you keep yourself ahead of the game? I may ask.
Right. So actually, you're right. Marketing is evolving with the digital transformation, the AI coming in. The dynamics have changed, but the core marketing is grounded. That is consumer needs, customer expectations, the human touch is there. So while retaining that, we need to see how the landscape has evolved with the technology. It is more, I should say, sniper gun approach than a machine gun approach we used to do mass communication. Now it is more focused and more agile marketing that we have to do to suit the customers.
Absolutely.
And also, when we look at the evolvement of marketing, we see consumers have a platform of voice now.
They have the power.
They have the power. If you take social media, they are very opinionated, and they either can be ambassadors to your brand. In the meantime, they can do a lot of damage to your brand. So the marketers have to be very, very careful in where they tread, right? You have to be very, and also today's consumers are more what do you say, more responsible. They see where the brand is going. Is it just a product selling? What is the damage it will do to the society?
Yeah.
And whether we are eco-friendly, whether we are environmental friendly, or we are doing damage to that. So all that, I think, has come into the game of marketing. Yes, data-driven AI, but these elements also has come into the marketing, where it is very challenging today, and you have to be very careful when you tread, because you might either upset a consumer,
Yeah.
which will take the whole
It'll damage a lot. Yeah.
whole your selling off ground and
Yeah.
make a very negative impact. So therefore, we have to. I think the whole marketing is shifting from product selling to purpose driven marketing.
Oh, fantastic. That's
Right. So it is not just you're selling your product. Your product will be anyway brought, but if your company is standing to the values
Yeah.
of the society. So I think it is more purpose driven marketing, more on what corporate social responsibility projects we do. So the image we derive from that would, of course, have an impact on your sales.
Absolutely.
Rather than product selling.
So, normally, as a leader, you have led larger teams in marketing, large organizations, large budgets, etc. How do you keep yourself? I mean, you and I probably will be sharing a similar range of experience, but how do you keep yourself, up to date in terms of, because ever changing as you speak, maybe tomorrow there's new technology coming out.
Yes, true, true. So how I do it, it's a constant learning process, right? Learning process can come in so many different ways, because I deal with larger teams.
Yeah.
I deal with teams in different societal segmentations, right?
Absolutely.
So I listen with empathy. I learn every day from my subordinates, my superiors, and the consumers, the market. So I always listen.
Yeah.
And I take into account the aspirations and the changing environment, especially in the marketing. AI and digital technology and the processes can be learned. But we have to understand what is fundamental is whether I am understanding today's psyche of the
Absolutely. The
consumer,
consumer. Yeah.
right? So to do that, you need to talk to the people,
100%.
and you have to be grounded to the field.
Yeah. I think essentially you're saying the fundamental of understand the consumer that we learned at the first step, it
Yes,
still remains as
it
true.
remains. It remains, and it's a consumer that is evolving. It's a
Absolutely.
consumer that is changing into a more informative,
Yeah.
more educative, more opinionated
Absolutely.
side. So I think as marketers, we have to understand that. To understand that, we need to have the touch with the segments that we are dealing with. So I am lucky because I deal with uh, a large force,
Yeah.
and I on a day-to-day basis I meet different segments of society. So I learn a lot. I learn the aspirations, and I also learn their thinking patterns and the agility.
Yeah. I think you have a luxury of having multiple sources of getting information, and you underline saying that you listen with empathy so that you grab whatever the information comes your way. So that leads to my next question. Normally, you have again. I'm going back to the fact that you have led large teams. What is your leadership style from sales and marketing point of view?
My leadership style is collaborative leadership.
Okay.
I believe in
Okay.
team. I believe in leading through example rather than dictating.
Okay.
So inclusivity is something that I value in my leadership, and I will not change.
Okay.
Other thing is you need to create a safe environment within your teams, right? So that they come out with new thinking,
Yeah.
and they're not afraid to fail, right? So they if they feel safe that failing is not a penalty, right? They keep on trying, and the best.
Experiment, yeah.
So together with the team, that is how the collaborative. Then also the other thing is you have to be very transparent,
Yeah.
and communication has to have clarity
Absolutely.
and consistency,
Absolutely.
and has to, because I'm actually speaking on the insurance perspective because I deal with a lot of people. It's a people's business.
Yeah.
So it's the emotions, the aspirations of your team members, having inclusivity, having a safe place safe space for you to operate in, and collaborating with the leaders and coming out with solutions is my leadership style.
Absolutely. So I think you answered my second question also. How do you build it within the team? So you're creating that safe space, enabling them, and working hand in hand so that they feel part of that whole program. In a environment, and especially in insurance, that not only in insurance, any industry that you were in, the performance is challenging and demanding in an environment which demands for high performance. As a leader, how do you balance collaboration and authenticity and effectiveness altogether?
Yeah. As you very rightly said, Gamika, insurance, especially life insurance, right? It doesn't hit the top of the priority list of a
Yes.
consumer, right? In Sri Lanka and in this part of Asia, it's the bottom. It's
Bottom,
the
yeah.
first thing that's cut off.
You have to cut off. Yeah. Okay.
And life insurance, to sell a life insurance, one of our salespersons will have to go 10 times to visit the customer. It won't happen. You can't sell it in the first go.
Absolutely.
So you keep going, rejection, keep going, rejection, keep going, rejection. So to manage the emotion of the salesperson while he goes through this rejection space is very important.
Yeah.
Because you give up,
Absolutely.
you fail, so how do you consistently motivate my team to go back
Yeah.
and to win? So that is, I think, again, I would say it is creating the safe pace. And when you're in a high results driven, of course, I don't prioritize the result.
Okay.
I know I don't get pressurized
On the
on
outcome.
the outcome.
Okay.
Right? Because I believe in developing the people. And if you have loyal people developed who really truly believe in that we are there to uplift their lifestyles
yeah.
and genuinely support for them to elevate in their social status, then I think you'll have sustainable results.
Absolutely.
It might not come today. You
Yeah.
build your team
Yeah.
to motivate them, but it will come.
But the key
And when
is
it comes,
it's
it will be sustainable.
sustainable. I think the key is that that you believe in the process, so that you set up sustainable results for
That is
more
it.
consistent way. Thank you for that. Very how do I say, very mind-opening answer, Namalee. So I'll go into the insurance industry because your larger part of your expertise lies there, and your current role as the Chief Business Officer of Janashakthi Life. Now, insurance industry has also over the years have changed, right? And in my personal experience, also I still feel that insurance is sold rather than bought. How have the dynamics changed, and how do you see this is evolving? And with your current strategies, I don't want to divulge all the strategies, but how do you manage a situation like this?
If I can take your
Yeah.
question right, is that you're asking me how the insurance industry has evolved.
And then
From-
how do you manage that part of it from a sales and marketing point of view?
So actually, I think when the digital transformation happened with the digital advancement, the very first segment to actually embrace the digital transformation would be the financial services sector,
yeah.
right? So we see at the very early stages, the blockchain has come in for effectiveness and efficiency, and we have processes now. One of the main aspects of life insurance selling is to understand your customer.
Yeah.
Rather than push a product, you need to speak to the customer, empathize, and correctly identify the need. That is very important.
The need-based selling.
It's a need-based selling. So therefore, actually we have to train our sales people to first understand and to sell the correct solution.
Right.
Because we are not selling what is something that he wants.
Yeah, you're not taking off the shelf and
so
giving
we
something,
need to identify what is his need.
Okay.
Right, when you talk about protection, what does he need?
Okay.
Does he need protection for his illness?
Yeah.
Does he need protection for the education of his children one day? So you need to understand. And also you need to understand his financial status. So financial status is not something that you earn today. Agent should be able to predict 10, 15 years talking to you. So the training has
That's
to
a
happen.
key in the life
So
insurance
then
industry.
I think with the AI coming in now, I think at Janashakthi Life also we have started a project to profile the customer and also profile the agent. So actually we profile the agent when we recruit. Life insurance industry is constant recruitment of agents.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to recruit agents because the churn of an insurance agent is very high in any company across the industry. So you need to get the right people. If you get the right people in to sell, then I think the churn will be less. So here we are trying to implement a system, agent profiling, AI-based system, where if you feed in the CV or feed in interview data, the system will tell us whether this person would stay with us or would go in a few months. So that is very important, and that is something that we are going to test. And also when you talk about digitization into the industry, claim tracking, to customer apps, to buying insurance online and all that has evolved. It's a totally different gamut.
Yeah.
Maybe even 6-7 years ago.
6-7, yeah.
6-7
I was
years
going to say 10, but 6-7, yeah.
7 years
evolved.
ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago it evolved drastically.
Drastically.
But 6-7, if you look back 6-7 years, it's advanced so much today.
Yeah.
So much so that not in this part of the world, but in the West Europe, when you buy a television from a shop and you come home and switch on the television, it says your home insurance should go up by this amount because you purchased this item.
Oh, right. Okay.
That
So
is
that
where
level of customization.
that level of customization is already
Yeah.
so we are going there.
We are going there. In this whole context, what's the role of the brand? I mean, like if it is like a need-based selling that the agent needs to sell, understand the customer, how important is a brand in the life insurance world?
It's very important because we are intangible. We are talking about trust,
Yeah.
right? We are selling trust. We are selling an intangible item that you have to keep on paying, but
you
your
don't
return
consume it until
only thing
Yeah.
you will have is a policy document.
policy document. That's
right?
it. Yeah.
So you won't even meet the people who sold it in
Yeah.
10 years' time. They
you
might
not, you might not be able to consume it by yourself, but for your
Yeah. So in that landscape, brand image is, I think, key.
key.
Right? Only tangible thing that they will see is your advertisements, your presence in the society. Right? So therefore, I think when we are selling trust, we have to represent trust. How we represent us, the brand should be doing not product marketing. Yes, of course, we have to do product marketing here and there because we need to tell the customers what we have.
Yeah.
But however, the main marketing, our main brand building exercise should be the purposeful marketing.
Yeah.
Where in society that we are represented when we are needed. Right? If we are there and if we are there in genuineness, right? When the agent goes and knocks at the door and say, "I'm from Janashakthi Life,"
Yeah.
then they connect the trust the brand has built.
Absolutely.
So that's very important.
I think if I put it into context, about 40 to 50% of that sale is done by the brand while by the time the agent walks into your door and knock on your door and say that I'm from Janashakthi Life. It's very important. And also I think another perspective is that the internal alignment towards the brand. Everybody represent the brand, irrespective of how many media channels you have. Your agent's force are the brand touch point for your consumer end of the day.
That is, they have to buy into the brand.
Absolutely.
So how do they buy into the brand is your internal communication and also your leadership style from the very top to the end. What do you resonate?
Yeah.
Is it clarity?
Yeah.
Is it with clarity and consistency?
That's very
Right?
important.
That's very important.
Very interesting. Namalee, I want to quickly go into connecting your personal life to your leadership because you're a corporate leader holding responsible position, a large portfolio. You're also a responsible mother. How has personal circumstances influenced your leadership style, and also what did motherhood teach you in terms of marketing and leadership?
Yes, Gamika, I'm a mother of 4, right? And my youngest is 27, so you
Right.
can understand the others. So actually, motherhood had taught me a lot, and that has I have brought in so many learnings from my motherhood, parenting,
Yeah.
right, into my teams because 2 of my children belong to the millennials, the other 2 Gen Zs. So I see a vast difference in the two, right? Millennials are more aligned with the previous generation. Their temperaments are milder, and they are also very ethical in
Right.
their thinking. They
Okay.
look at the society, but they're very mild in their temperaments. But when
Right.
you look at the Gen Z, the mother two,
Yeah.
they're totally opposite. They're very opinionated, very quick, and they have the information in their fingertips, and they want quick answers, and they get
Instant gratification,
agitated
yeah.
very quickly. So my parenting style for both has been very different, and that's exactly what I'm bringing into the teams. I have, as I said at the very beginning, I have teams that represent many segments in society.
Yep.
So this parenting has taught me how to deal with these 2 generation segments
Yeah.
that I'm bringing into my leadership style.
And also to switch between the different segments because you need to, the way you answer, respond, and all that might be different.
Very different, because a Gen Z person will not come. He will come and it might sound to you as as if it's rude and not respected, but
Okay.
that is not the case. That's the way they talk.
Yeah.
They are very, very
Strong
opinionate
Yeah.
and also very frank.
Frank. Yeah.
Right? They don't hold anything back.
yeah.
They just give it like that. So sometimes we might feel we are not respected, but
Right.
that is not the case. So you have to understand that.
Absolutely.
So that parenting my parenting helped me in nurturing my teams, understanding them with empathy. So
Fantastic,
that is
fantastic.
how it is.
So how do you, I mean, is any of the kids into marketing or are they following your
One
footsteps?
is the one of my twins not really into marketing, but she's into drama, theater, and
Right. The creative
she's
side.
creative side.
All right. Okay.
So novels and scripting, and so
Oh,
she's
fantastic.
into that side.
Fantastic.
But my eldest is a doctor, very far from my
Profession, yeah.
profession.
Yeah.
Second one is aircraft engineer,
Okay.
still far off, and the third is a lawyer.
All right. Okay.
So
multiple disciplines within the
multiple
houses, yeah.
discipline there also. But I've let the kids do whatever they want. I never influenced them in their chosen professions. I never influenced them to take even the my twin who is into drama and theater. So she chose her path.
Okay.
The rest chose theirs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're happy.
Very good.
And I'm happy because I have a lot of learnings I've got from them that I'm practicing in my profession. I'm
Profession
free
as well.
now, and
Yeah.
I'm giving all that to my teams.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. That's a great learning and bringing back that learning to the table as well. Normally, this is something that important question on our discussion because one of the intentions in our discussion or our series of podcasts also is to inspire who's following us, and I'm sure there are many marketers who are following this. Your advice, having 3 decades of experience in the industry and the way you and I learned marketing has evolved, to up and coming budding marketers today, what advice can you give in terms of climbing the ladder in the professional era of marketing?
I would say one thing is you need focus. You need focus when you're climbing the ladder where you want to go. And you need to have a passion to go there. So if you're in a profession that doesn't ignite your passion, then you're in the wrong position to go to the top. Right? So I say have a focus, have the passion, and then the patience to gain the experience. Right? You have to have the patience to gain the experience. So, and also acquire the correct knowledge. So if these four are there, I think you can systematically go to the top. You can't, go to the top at once.
One of the key factors I picked up is patience. I think that's critical because you need to go through that mill, understand from the ground level.
Yeah, true.
Know your marketing. It's not just you can't land on a particular area, right? You and I probably would have gone on the streets for selling and build it up from there. So
Even, put up the flags at Ceylon, I can remember.
Yes.
We used to go in the propaganda vehicle and
Absolutely.
nobody was there to distribute the flyers. We used to do that. I'm sure
A little known fact that you and I work for the same brand and 2 different eras. Even at Janashakthi Life, I remember when I was a brand manager, I used to climb trees to hang banners. I mean, you have that experience coming in, and you need to have that patience.
Exactly. To
progress
learn it.
through
To learn it.
learn
Yeah.
everything.
And the commitment, right?
Absolutely. So thank you for that enlightenment in terms of what the future marketers should look at and the discipline that they need to bring into the table. I'd like to, with the interest of time, to sort of come to the closure of our discussion. So 3 decades in the industry and multiple teams, different experiences. You're passionate even today when I speak to you about a product or a campaign. You're extra passionate and you bring that energy to the table. How do you keep yourself motivated, Namalee?
One thing is marketing and the people gets me motivated, the teams get me motivated, and campaigns get me motivated.
Absolutely.
Right? Purpose driven campaigns get me motivated. I'm so excited if a campaign is about to happen, and also driving people to their income.
Absolutely.
That is my main passion,
Okay.
and that is why I am in the life insurance industry.
Yeah.
So when I see people even today, they come and say, "Madam, I have built 2 stories. I have 3 apartments. Now I'm driving a Mercedes." It's
Nothing
that
gives you
happiness
happiness than that, right?
that it
Absolutely.
brings
The people you
nothing.
actually
Yes.
groomed and they are reaching their pinnacle,
That is
that's.
my passion. That is my drive, main drive.
I think, you also touched on the fact that the campaigns, from the first campaign that you'd have done in your life to now, you still have that same fire,
Oh,
I see.
yes, of course, we are marketers, Kamika. I
Absolutely.
mean, it cannot die, right? It will be
Absolutely.
with us, right? So even, I mean, I think about 90, I will be still looking at campaigns and, being excited about them.
You can't take away the marketer from campaigns, yeah. Normally, just final thoughts in terms of Janashakthi Life. I think, heritage brand, a lot of history, a lot of performance. There's uphill task with you and the entire team. What are the future plans if you see? I mean, I don't want you to elaborate a lot, but in terms of how do you see that this is moving forward?
It is actually, Janashakti is a legacy brand, and it's been there since 1981, 1980s. And there was a small setback, but now it's coming back. And I think the marketing effects that we are doing and all the purpose driven marketing on a marketing perspective is on track.
Yeah.
And when we look at the sales and business, it is also growing. We need to build the teams, as I
Absolutely.
said. So I think my main priority at the moment is building the teams.
Yeah.
Right, getting that buying in, building the teams, making a larger team, larger family for Janashakthi Life.
Absolutely.
So that is my main
Priority
priority
right
now.
now,
So
yeah. So thank you, Namalee. I think it was a very fruitful discussion. Inspired me. I'm sure that you left a lot of thought for our followers also to get inspired. I wish you all the very best with the future plans. I know there are some exciting stuff lined up as well. I wish you all the very best, you and your entire team, Namalee. Thank you for joining us for the JXG Spotlight today.
thank you, Gamika. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great coming here.
Thank you so much. Well, folks, I think that wraps up our discussion today. Very interesting discussion for me personally because I'm talking to a fellow marketer and getting inspiration from her with her 3 decades of experience in marketing, especially on the banking, finance, and insurance industries. One thing that struck on my head for up and coming marketer, which I want to leave with, the thoughts that I want to leave you with, the focus, passion, and the patience that you need to have. Passion, I always believe if you're not passionate, do not follow that profession. But the patience that will take you to a long way, a sustainable journey through your career. With that, I'm wrapping off. This is Gamika De Silva signing off for JXG Spotlight.